Meanwhile, at King Ghidorah's base, everything was sort of going okay. Besides of King Ghidorah having trouble coming up with a plan and to attack Godzilla and his friends, besides of that, everything was going fine. Cinder was keeping an eye on things while waiting for, well, her beloved to come up with an idea or a plan to attack Godzilla. Everything seemed to be going quite okay for Cinder and, well, a few other members of her team, but for Salem, on the other hand, things were not going okay. Losing her immortality is one thing, but losing her power to control the Grimm is a different story. She now felt completely powerless. And there was nothing she could do against the wrath of King Ghidorah. Almost nothing seemed okay. No matter what Salem tried to do, there was nothing she can do. She was powerless. She was back where she first started, being a weak human being. With no powers, no immortality, no nothing. She was defenseless. The worst thing is, she can no longer continue her plans. The plans that she used to have of glory, of victory. All of them were crushed by the claws of one simple, three-headed golden dragon. All of that was crushed. She did not like being a simple, normal human being again. She didn't like it. And she doesn't know how to get used to it. She's been so used to being immortal, not be able to die from rather old age, physical injuries, disease, temperatures, nothing was able to kill her. And her powers to control and create Grimm. She'd gotten so used to it that she basically claimed that power as hers. But now, it being gone, taken away from her, she just felt not the Salem she used to be. She didn't felt like the same person she once was. She used to be called Queen Salem. But now, all that is long gone. It was all because of King Ghidorah. And now, she's now learning how it feels to be Cinder. Cinder was now sitting in her own throne room, controlling her own army, being called Queen Cinder. Salem did not know how to feel about that. It was all because she had a three-headed golden dragon to back her up. Hazel, one of her used-to-be servants, was coming in to bring her some food. "Here you go," he said. Salem looked at the food. She never once got hungry in her entire life. Quite literally. But now, being offered with food again made her almost wanted to reject it. But a part of her accepted it. "What do you want, Hazel?" "Well, Queen Cinder told me to give you some food, and wanted me to ask you, how does it feel to be her?" "It sucks. I understand what it feels like to be her now. The way I've treated her. I treated her so badly." "I don't even know how I feel. I just wish one of King Ghidorah's men could just kill me. Why do you want death so badly? I thought I've told you everything about my backstory." "Oh, yeah. Well, that is up to King Ghidorah to decide if you should die here or die in the next couple hundred years." Salem's eyes would widen. "Wait, what? He's gonna make you his forever slave. Knowing how the way you wanted to destroy this planet, even though he already called all dibs on conquering it. And you sort of were kind of acting like him in the worst way. And how the way you were acting like him, you were acting less... How did Gigan put it? Cool. He always wanted to conquer this planet from the start. But... well, also, at the same time, bringing back a certain kaiju. Salem almost immediately. Part of her almost shook about the name that Hazel said. Exif Ghidorah. "I have not heard that name for a long time," Salem said. And it was true. She hadn't heard of that name for such a long time. The last time she really heard that name was when she went to to confront the devil of the kaiju. And the reason why the god of light and darkness are hiding. What does King Ghidorah tend to do? Well, for starters, conquer the earth for one. Ruler for a couple hundred years. Then, when the time comes, he'll bring Exif Ghidorah back. by summoning the god of light and darkness, and at that same time will create a portal, bringing Exif Ghidorah back to this universe. And when that's accomplished, Exif Ghidorah will consume the god of light and darkness's powers. And finally, get all the quote-unquote love and respect from all the other kaiju that he always wanted. And King Ghidorah, and after he kills Godzilla Earth, he'll be now officially known as the god of the kaiju. And King Ghidorah will be known as king of the monsters. Salem almost completely forgot about Exif Ghidorah's true intentions. She almost forgot why he gave her those powers. She basically forgot her end of the deal with Exif Ghidorah. Sort of. What does Exif Ghidorah want to do with me if he does come back? I don't know. You could ask King Ghidorah. Or if you want, I could ask him for you. Salem thought about it. She then replied, "Sure, go ahead. Ask him." Hazel left. It didn't take him long to reach to King Ghidorah's, meeting office. But then he was greeted by Megalon and Gigan. "State your business, Hazel. I wish to speak to Lord King Ghidorah. The Master does not like to be, disturbed while he's thinking of a new plan. It won't take me that long, I promise." "Go on ahead, but if we get our head bitten off, we're coming after you." Hazel entered to King Ghidorah's little office. He knocked to get King Ghidorah's attention. "Yes? Who is it?" "It's me, Your Highness." "Ah, Hazel. What is it you want? If you're wondering when you can have your day off, you can have your day off today." Well, for one, thank you. And for two, I gave Salem some food, like Queen Cinder asked me to do. But I couldn't help to ask her, talk to her for a little bit, if that was okay. "Sure. So we gotta keep our prisoner entertained somehow. And be less bored." But what question did she ask? She asked, what does Exif Ghidorah intend to do with her? Simple. Torture her for life. And when the time comes, he'll kill her for not fully going with his deal. And what was the deal again? Bringing the god of light and darkness to him. She failed all this time. She never once stayed true to her word. Therefore, she will not go unpunished.